Hi Scorpio, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors. I'm just trying to move that so you can see the table, but I'm just, for 2 seconds, just going to turn off so you see the full beauty of the table. That's what it should be looking like, but because we use the floodlight so you can see the cards, yeah, you can't see the full beauty of the table, but that's what it looks like. That's why I do that little bit at the beginning, because I can see it before I turn the camera on for you guys, and then of course you can't see it. So me darlings, we are using the Law of Positivism cards, and we're also using the Seasons of the Witch Samhain deck. Beautiful, beautiful deck. We used it last year actually. So yeah, it's a very pretty deck. I don't know how that's got turned around like that. That's better. So I hope everybody's doing all right. I've had a few issues with doing readings and that. I've had a bit of a muggy head, a bit of a headache, a bit of like, I feel like the energy is just so heavy at the moment. And what with the eclipses and that, it just kind of drains you a little bit. So although you're getting this a little bit late, it will take you through to the end of October. So what have we got? We had, look at last couple of days, we had the solar eclipse. I must have completely missed it. And then in the UK we've got a lot of cloud cover. And we didn't have, did we, on was it Friday and Saturday, or was Saturday and no, today's Sunday, I can't remember now. Anyway, putting that to one side, we've also had the new moon, and we're about coming up to the full moon on the 17th in Aries. So a lot of passion, a lot of desire around, and because it's in your season, literally in your season, there could be a connection from the 17th to the 22nd when we switch into Scorpio, that it's going to highlight that week. So if you've got a birthday, maybe the 22nd or the 23rd, you will still feel that pull from that full moon in Aries, and it may just G you up to get some of this passion and desire going, some of these projects and plans that you've been thinking about and drooling about and kind of contemplating about, but really haven't had the oomph to get them done, Scorpio. And I have to say that try and use the energy from that full moon, because I think the next full moon is going to be about the 15th, 16th or 15th or 16th of November, which is right at the tail end of your star sign. So although we're still within Libra, that energy from that full moon, there's a lot of people believe that the moon stays full for several days. I don't. I always go by the day and it goes over, but because it goes several days, if you already feel that you get some Libra traits because you're right on that cusp, you may well feel that there's a bit of energy that gives you that spark to push you on. Be lovely, wouldn't it? Absolutely adorable. So your energy card is the Great Darkness. Oh no, Greet the Darkness. Perhaps the Great Darkness was a bit of a Freudian slip. The Great Darkness. Oh, perhaps there's an expanse that's being shown to you. But let's Greek the Darkness. It's a 19 added together. It's a 10. It's a completion and it's a beginning. Here where the spine bends and the mouth quivers, breathes the hidden, the pieces that make you whole, but cut deep with all their sharp edges. Ooh. So just think about what makes you you, but also think about the other side of you, because I'm getting what that is saying, all the bends and the mouth quivers and all of that, all of those nice sensual bits that you've got, but then you've got that cuts deep with their sharp edges. And I have to say, Scorpio, you've got a sharp edge. It's called a stinger in the tail. So just know that that sharp edge of you may not be serving you too well. And what you need to do is look at the gentle side of you, not to be a pushover or anything, but look at the gentle side of you. You will get more people doing your bidding with a bit of honey than you do with a bit of vinegar. Just saying. Just saying. Let the sharp edge of you go. Let it go. Blunt off those edges. Remember, honey, not vinegar. And then we have a number 25. It's 7. It's a communication. I liberate myself from emotions that don't serve me. And I do think that it's especially Scorpios, when there is a lot of emotions around, because emotions are your rulers, but particularly for Scorpios, when you are looking at people and you are making friends and you are making acquaintances, well, the one thing that you look for is loyalty. You hate it if people are disloyal. And when I say disloyal, I don't mean they just go off with another mate or whatever. But the disloyalty comes because you may have gone to them in confidence about something. You've made it clear it was confidential and they've still spilt the beans. And that gives you that edge where you just feel, oh, hell no. That to you is the disloyalty 101 and it needs flushing. So just kind of curve that edge a little bit, because that person may well have gone and spoken to somebody else because of a concern about how they thought you was presenting or how they thought you were handling a situation or not handling a situation. Yeah, so just be a little bit less sharp with that stinger. A little bit less sharp, because those emotions that you get that bubble up from within, those ones that make you feel uneasy, a bit vulnerable, yes, they're there to protect you, but they're also there to get you to see what it is that you need to do in order for that vulnerability to become an opportunity and not an obstacle. Crikey, that was a bit deep, wasn't it? All of it was a bit deep. So I don't know what's going on with you, Scorpio, but I dare say we'll find out in the reading. Also, the other thing is, darlings, let me know in the comments if anybody's up for a meet-up on YouTube for me going live on New Year's Day. I am going to be asking the other stars. I haven't asked anybody yet. You're the first ones. So, yeah, I'm going to not be available over Christmas, so I'm going to try and get all your readings done early December and get those up and running for you. But I just thought, wouldn't it be really nice? I know it'd be really long because it's 12 star signs, but it would be really lovely to do 12 readings all on a live. Take blooming hours, but I'm happy to do it if you are. So I'm going to do the Christmas box at Christmas again. So yeah, so that'll have the Christmas box, the bow on the top, and the 12 days of Yule. Building up to the Christmas, so I'll be getting those done obviously before December. So that's another plan ahead. And then, of course, I've got your readings. And what I'm going to do is in the new year, I've actually decided I'm going to do this starting the new year. Because the readings are getting quite difficult to get out there, just because the energy is so dense. I'm going to start the readings each month with the birthday month. So you won't find that I'm putting up you and your sister signs together. So like all the water signs won't be together. So you'll get, as from January, you'll get Capricorn, Aquarius and Aries. Is it Aries? Have I missed somebody out? Pisces. I've missed Pisces out. So it will be Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and then it will be Aries, Taurus and Gemini. Do you see what I mean? So I'm going to be doing it for the birthday. The birthday month will be the people that get the first reading that month. If that makes any sense. I don't think it does, but hey ho. So that's as from January. Reconnecting to your true self. Lovely. Okay, me darlings. What started your WTF in, where are we, October? God. Eight of Chalices, communication with self. What did I say about seeing opportunities instead of obstacles? There's been a curveball thrown across your path. You're starting off on your quest, and all of a sudden you've come across this vine leaves and grapes that have been strung across the beach, and you're scratching your chin like, what the hell are they doing there? It's not an obstacle, it's an opportunity, because the chalices are all in the upright. The sun is shining and trying to ripen off these grapes. So look at the opportunity, but more so, in comes the King of Chalices, and this is your energy. You're going to get the opportunity for and you're going to get the opportunity to raise a glass with somebody else in celebration of something that you've wanted to do. Just err on the side of caution that it may not be all that you think it is, and that's probably why they've been talking to me about loyalty where you're concerned, because you're going to be sitting there going, this is such a good deal, this is such a good thing, I've been really thinking about this thing that's been chucked in my way, but this is really the answer to that, and it makes it a really viable opportunity. Make sure you do not sign anything until you have had it properly looked over. Your emotions sometimes can lead the way rather than your head. It's your heart that takes you where you want to go, and sometimes you wear that on your sleeve. But as the king comes in the king energy, now in low vibrational energy, this king is not going to tell you how they feel. This king is not going to give any of the game away. But high vibrational energy, they wear their heart on the sleeve, and they actually verbalize very quickly, emotionally, what is going to work for them. Try to hold back a little bit. Try not to give the game away that you're really excited about this. It's very nice to start with. So, facing your fears and taking your power back. You have wanted the opportunity for the Nine of Pentacles for so long. You actually don't believe that it's finally arrived. So that's facing your fear. Taking your power back is accepting that you've got the Nine of Pentacles. It is a wish fulfillment. It's not a completion, but it is a wish fulfillment. And the bills are being paid. You've got a roof over your head, food in your tummies. You've got the extra bits for clothing, and the kids are happy, and everything's done the way it should be done. It's a wish fulfillment. So, darlings, don't just sit there and think to yourself, I don't believe this is happening. Just sit there and think to yourself, yeah, okay, bring it on. I'm a magnet for this. I've been asking for it for a long time, and I'm extremely grateful for whatever's chucked at me. And I have to say, what's being chucked at you is the opportunity of contracts that are going to be quite lucrative, not too far ahead. But don't use that as an excuse for you to go, oh, it never happens to me, because you cancel things. So your manifestation, your wish fulfillment, and why it may be a bit it isn't a bit you've got the Six of Wands. And again, do you remember when I was saying about acquaintances and friendships and loyalty? Six of Wands is my accolade card. It's also my attraction card. So as you come into this agreement, this possibility of this real opportunity turning into something that you have wanted for so long, in comes the accolade card. People wanting to celebrate you. And I'm getting that you want this. You want this celebration. You want this recognition. You want that riding high. That's part of your makeup. It's part of your genetics. It's part of what you've been manifesting. But when you're riding high like this, you also get the attractor factor, which is acquaintances and friends. But amongst those acquaintances and friends, you need to sort out the rough from the smooth, the diamond from the rough, because you're always going to get something or somebody in amongst those acquaintances and friends that are not going to have the loyalty that we were talking about at the beginning of the reading. So just be careful who you choose to help you get on that road to accolade. It is important. Then you got the Two of Pentacles coming in. Been manifesting like mad to bring yourself back in balance. And I don't think this is just financially. I think that this is emotionally. I think this is mentally. You just want to bring everything back in balance. You've got a little fox here. Quite wily little foxes. People say they're sly, but I think they're really clever, to be honest with you. They know how to fend for themselves. They know how to get around human beings. They know how to avoid certain things. Bring yourself back into balance so you're able to see that the skies are parting and the sky is much clearer than it has been in recent months. Then you've got the Lady and the Lord coming in. The hunter-gatherers, the two that come together for the benefit of their family. That's what they hunt and gather for. There's a decision to be made, and it's not going to be a decision that you're going to be making alone. Now, this doesn't have to be a married couple. This could be people that are living together. It can be siblings. It can be cousins. It can be friends. It can be children and parents. But there is a decision that is going to be made where you're going to find yourself walking away to something brand new. Now, my walking away card, Seven of Athames, there's 7 opportunities here, 7 options, choices and blessings. You're looking over your shoulder because the lessons that you've learned behind you are important. But the lessons going forward are equally important. And I have to say, if the opportunity coming up for you doesn't appear to be anywhere as good as you thought it did, keep walking. Sorry, lovelies, I didn't know if you could hear that in the background, but that was my WhatsApp going. So, yeah, so just be a bit cautious of what's ahead of you. It's not bad, but if it's no better than what you've walked away from, keep walking. There's more for you in the distance. If you look at that woman in that doorway, she's a bit gruesome. Don't don't jump out the frying pan and into the fire. And whatever you do, allow yourself to advocate for yourself. You've got the horned God. He is the advocate for everything in nature. He just gives a voice to those who haven't got a voice. I think you're more than capable of being your own voice. So whatever it is that you want going forward from this point, you've been trying to manifest it like mad. It's now to verbalise it out loud so other people hear what it is. So you've got your accolade card. You are going to ride high. It's on the cards that this is coming. Although this is your manifestation, it is coming towards you. Your manifestation is coming to fruition. You will balance things out. You will make this decision. You need to err on the side of the caution about what's in front of you. Don't jump out the frying pan into the fire, but you need to advocate for yourself. You've been manifesting, wanting to have your say. You're going to end up having your say. You are. So, movement and journey going forward. You've got the Nine of Wands. There may be... you may get the feeling that you need to overprotect, and you may just sort of like make people jump or fly away, or like, what the hell. I do get the essence that it's unnecessary to overprotect yourself, but I do have the understanding that if you have been hurt numerous times in the past, that this may be a natural, you're not having this, it's mine, that kind of thing. So just know that when you get the Nine of Wands, try to see who's helped you with this. It's projects, plans and people. Don't shut out the people that have helped you on the way to this. Let them in and see what it is that you're trying to do, because they may just have the answer of what it is that you need to do to push that project, that plan, that thought, that manifestation to the next level. I know you're worried about people coming in and stealing your ideas. Darlings, write it down on a piece of paper, date it, put a big enormous C in a circle and put it in a sealed envelope with a date across the back of it, and hand it to somebody. Post it to yourself and don't open it, because that is how you give yourself a legal copyright. That's how you do it. So, my lovelies, Knight of Chalices, what can you do about this situation? In comes this knight with this chalice. Now, because it's a water card, this could be you needing to offer out an apology, a heartfelt apology, but you don't know how it's going to be received, so you're kind of a little bit cautious about this. But what I'm getting is that it's not just this apology. There could be another water sign, maybe younger than you, that comes in with a chalice very cautiously, but it's not a full chalice. Be careful of this. It's not a full chalice, and that's not what you want. If you're gonna be accepting a chalice, no, it's not accept. Right, okay. Chalices for me, you fill your own chalice up with all your wants and needs, your wishes, your dreams, your affirmations, your manifestations, all of that, and it's the overflow that you offer to somebody else. This person is coming in trying to give you their chalice, and it's almost like, well, I want to be with you, but I need you to fill this up for me. And it's not your job to do that. It's not your job to fill up other people's chalices. It's your job to fill your chalice up so you can maintain your chalice and offer the overspill out without giving your chalice away. And that's what they should be doing. But because they're younger than you and they've got this naivety, they haven't learned that lesson yet. And it may be something that you have to be quite strict and stern about to keep yourself protected, and make it known that unless they come to you with a full chalice and they know where they're going and they've got a plan for their life and that they're happy with their life and they're not miserable, because the last thing that you want is a low vibrational energy coming in towards you. You're high vibrational energy, clearly. You don't want a knight. You really don't want a knight coming in with a half-assed chalice going, fill this up for me. Make me feel good. Make me feel better about the world. You've got enough pieces to pick up. You don't need to be picking somebody else's up. They need to go and do that for themselves. Literally. Okay. So, what is the universe helping you with? What is it? Oh my goodness. Really? Hold on a minute. Just want to check something. Okay. Okay. So this is what the universe is helping you with. This is what's out of your hands. The universe decided this is what's going to happen. King of Wands is coming in. Now, the King of Wands is this passionate, desirable, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. May already know this person, but they know what they want. They've got a magic wand and they can just make things happen. And they do make things happen. They seem to be quite happy with the world until they get pissed off, and then they're not happy with the world. Just know that the passion and the fire, when they're passionate and they're in love, that's real passion, real in love passion. But when they're passionate and they're pissed off, oh heavens, volcano stuff. That's what volcanoes are made of. This king is quite accomplished though. He is going to be heading up projects and plans. He is going to be this kind of person that is going to be a chairman, a director, that kind of person. He's got a wand in his hands and he can either make or break situations and careers. Now, this person I'm getting is going to come across your pathway because the universe thinks that you need this kind of energy to push you on into what it is that you've been manifesting for so long. Right in behind that, this may well be somebody from your childhood, because you've got my reminiscence and my reunion card, the Six of Chalices. So it well could be that this is something that's coming in from your childhood or your younger past. Right in behind that, you've got the Four of Chalices. So I'm kind of getting that the reminiscence is there, but when it boils down to brass tacks, you find yourself holding on to something and not letting something go because something doesn't feel 100% right. Something is... something's off base with this. It's almost like this person left your life after taking something from you, and it can be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sensual, materialistic, or all of those combined. Okay, and you're reluctant to open the door because you just know that they're gonna bleed you dry. If that's the feeling that you get, that isn't this card. That's another person. You need to skip past that person and allow these two to do what they're going to do. So this card is about somebody who has already depleted you financially, emotionally, physically, mentally. They've just tapped you out, dried you out. That is not the person we're talking about in the reminiscence. That's not who we're talking about in the reunion. That is going to be... I bet your bottom dollar that in the next month this person is going to rear their heads and they're going to, you said, but it's not. This person is a false start, and you haven't got to open the door to them. Don't open the door to them. If somebody comes towards you with an offer that's too good to be true and you feel it's off base, pass it by. Don't take it. But it's also about, if you open that door, what else is it that they're going to take from you? This isn't a miser's card. This is protecting what is yours naturally. What is yours, what you've worked for, really hard worked for. Massively worked for. So in comes the King of Athames. Libra, Gemini and Aquarius. This king is a no-nonsense king. He doesn't like he said, she said. He won't do playground antics. This is going to be a judge, a solicitor, a lawyer, an advocate. This could possibly be a social worker, a nurse, a doctor, a police officer, an advisor, anybody that has got anything to do with the law. And it may well be attached to this card here. You may have already gone through some legal wranglings with this person that's knocking at the door, and it's not this person. You may have to take legal action. Sorry to say, but there may be something, a contract or something that's been signed that they're trying to break, and you're having to rethink and replot what it is that you're going to do. But finally, the universe is saying this is on its way. The transition has started. There is the one chalice on the ground saying that this is spent, and the other chalice is in the process of being poured out. At long last, you're going to be able to leave this feeling behind and move on with your Three of Chalices. Now, that is quite relevant to this reading, and I will tell you in a minute why. You have got, and it's not to do this, it's about the ending. You've got the Knight of Wands coming in, reconnecting to your true self, and this knight comes in plodding along towards the village, looking at the sun as the destination. And this card comes in to remind you not to take any shortcuts, to go round all the twists and the turns and the roundabouts and the forks in the road, because that is where you enjoy the journey. If you took a shortcut across straight to the sun, you would not know all the riches that you would have missed. So when you're reconnecting to your true self, that passion, that desire that you've got, that zest for life, and achieving what it is that you want to achieve, I'm already getting that you haven't done the shortcuts. You've been waiting patiently, and you're tempted to do a shortcut, and they're saying don't, because you're going to miss your king and the reminiscence if you do. Now, your Five of Chalices, where you had the 3 left in the basket, and the reason that's a transition is because you've got the 10 of Chalices coming in as a completion of a happy family, a happy situation. You're going to feel happier than you ever have done for a very fucking long time. And that leads you to a brand new beginning of filling your chalice up and not letting people take the piss out of you any longer. And the reason that 3 was so relevant is because your 5 does turn into that beautiful 3 of chalices, and that is the chalices of celebration with friends, family and community. Now you've got the little page of pentacles that's slightly hidden from you. There can be, or could be, an opportunity. When you've got the door open fully, it's a full opportunity. You're asking it to come in. When a door is half open like that, it means that you are busy, but there is still the option for the opportunities to come in. But when you've got a door shut like that, you shut off what it is that you don't want to come in and change things at the moment. So the opportunity here, this is my apprenticeship card. You could get the opportunity to go and do something quite exciting. Your candle for intention. You've got the pentacle to indicate that there is some magical stuff happening around your finances. Now, you've got the skills already, but this one piece of training, formal or informal, is there to tell you that one little bit is going to give you the edge that you need to bring everything together. And this little doggy here is very important into that mix. So just be aware that this apprenticeship, this training course, this little thing that you're going to do, and it may just be a couple of hours, but it's going to give you the edge over something. Either you're going to meet somebody there, or you're going to learn something that's going to give you an aha moment, but it is going to give you the edge. Very nice, Scorpio. Very nice. And I know it's been a hard slog. I can see it's been a hard slog for you. You've got 3 kings on the table. 3 kings on the table. That's huge. So court cards speaking, you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 court cards on the table. That is power, because there's page, knights and kings. So you're doing okay there. But the major arcanas, I'm getting that it's in your manifestations. Your major arcanas are in your manifestations. There's one here with the Lord and the Lady. And there's one here with the Advocate, being your own advocate, having your voice said, stating what it is that you want. Let the universe hear that. So can I have some knowledge, wisdom and guidance, please, for Scorpio for October? Oh, caught it. Nice little pile going on here. Animal guardian. Trust your instincts. You've got the owl for knowledge and wisdom. You've got the panther for speed. You've got the crow, all seeing, all hearing, for perspective. And you've got the little reindeer for trusting and thriving around what it is that you know in your instincts is the right way to do something. Druid, hold this space. Do not let anybody shove you around if you feel you're in the right space, in the right time, because it's important for you to have that energy around you that is, and if somebody tries to shift you on, for however they do it, just hold the space. Spring, see your seeds grow. Very nice. High Priest. I'm stuck with one. No. High Priest, intend and create. Do you remember me saying about you had the candle for intention? In this one here. There's the intention and creating what it is you want. Now the High Priest for me is about tradition. The High Priest for me is always saying, beckoning you into safety, but also beckoning you into the safety and the knowledge to know that the traditional methods that you use in whatever part of your life that you need to use them is the right way for you. It isn't about the ducking, the diving, the cutting of the corners. It's about traditionally plodding along and getting what it is that you want in the end. Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. Air Guardian, shift your perception. Direction Guardian, choose your path. Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. You're so much fire and earth in this reading. I am not surprised that you have got these guardians come in. Oh, wow. You got Mirror Guardian, Air Guardian, Direction Guardian, Fire Guardian, yeah. Snake, shed old skin. Don't keep repeating the problems of the past. Let them pass, let them go. That's why they're in the past. They should not be affecting you now. And if they do, just shed the old skin. When a snake sheds skin, it stops eating for a while, because it's taking that time to reflect. It's taking that time to choose its pathway. It also needs to spend a lot of energy scratching that old skin and getting rid of that old skin. But once it slithers out of that skin, it becomes a brand new version of itself, unmarked, unmarred, and ready to hunt. That's exactly what they do. Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. So, my darlings, that is your reading for October. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful, wonderful Samhain or Halloween, whatever you're celebrating at the end of the month. Happy New Year, because it's my new year on the 1st of November. And for those of you that have got birthdays in the latter part of October, have a fabulous birthday, but keep your eye on that power of that full moon, because it is going to be important to you going through your birthday season. My darlings, wherever you are in the world, please be safe, and I will catch you in the next reading. Bye for now.